Back again, back again. Before I get started, I just want to say, man, you know, the spirit of the Most High, it really get under the skin of these fucking devils. They hate it. You know, I was just at a mall, right? And I got okay from the security to preach. You know, because I figured they'd probably throw a motherfucker out because that's what they do. They throw people out, especially when you bring up the scriptures, right? So he gave me the go ahead. I'm out there preaching, you know. Next thing you know, bam, we got to get up out of here. I'm like, damn, he just said we could do it, right? But, you know, it was a brother who told us we could do it. He said the word need to be here. But the Edomite came and was like, nah, you know. So we already know how they work, man. Y'all seen me get put out of more places than just that. But what I was preaching on was I was talking about the you know, these times that's in the beginning of Jacob's troubles, like, you know, the hour of temptation. When these devils get the spirit put on them to try to do everything in their motherfucking power to get you to break the laws of the statutes and commandments of the Most High. And that's their whole duty. That's their whole function. To try to get you to break the law. You know? And they're going to put everything in place because, you know, this whole kingdom is set up against the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua anyway. So their whole duty is to do that. But I'm gonna get through this again. And this is Revelation 3:10. And it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this temptation that he's talking about, the Most High is talking about, is out here and is live and well. It's doing what it does right now, you know. And you know, because this is the season where you've seen so many brothers fall out of the truth. You've seen so many people go astray. You know, you've seen, you know, people that get introduced to the truth run away from the truth like that, you know, especially the ones that's indoctrinated in the church. But I'm going to continue. This is Revelation 14:12. And it says, here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushua. And then it says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in Yahweh from henceforth. So, you know, if you die, what it means to die in Yahweh is if you die doing this work, preaching this word, and the oppressor of this kingdom had you put to death. You know, you're blessed. You're a martyr. That's your golden ticket right there. You know, into the kingdom. You know? So don't think just because you out here preaching and Jake run up on you with an Uzi and tat your ass, that's not the same thing. That's called judgment. You know? Because the Most High ain't gonna let you come to naught like that. But and it says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in Yahushua from henceforth. Yea, said the Spirit, and they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. So if I'm out here and Esau come out here and rough me up, and end up killing me because I'm out here preaching this truth, I have died in Yahushua. I have died in doing the works of the Lord. And so my works will follow me. You know, and I'll be blessed. And it says, and I looked and behold a white cloud. And upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. So Yahushua was out there with the sickle. You know, he's getting ready, because this is harvest time, so he's getting ready to divide the wheat from the tares. And then it says, and another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, which was Yahushua, and he said, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And you know, with saying that the harvest of the earth is right. Because we got so many wicked ass people out here right now. And they refuse to follow the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us. You know, they're allergic to this truth. How you doing, sister?
I'm good.
Hey, do you know that? Did you come on? Let me ask you something. What's your nationality?
African American.
Why you say African American though?
Okay, black.
Black is a color. You never really wondered what we are.
I know what we are.
What are we?
What are we?
Yeah, what are we?
We God's children.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely there.
We're the Israelites.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do a lot of research and I read a lot, so I know where you're going with this.
I'm just going to the truth. That's all.
I mean, yeah, and I commend
just,
you for that.
I'm just telling the truth because look, if you know we Israelites, I mean, I can't say nothing about you because you got a dress on, it ain't tight. You know, I can't say something about the hair, but I'm not even gonna go there. But I'm just gonna say this, right? Why? I mean, do you live according to the law, statutes, and commandments?
I try my best to, but I'm not perfect.
You know this, okay? But yes, you could be perfect if you.
No, there's no way. Only God is perfect. Jesus Christ is perfect.
Let me
as
tell,
humans can't be perfect.
Let me tell you something. What the Bible says.
If that was the case, he wouldn't
The
have died on the
scripture
cross for our
says.
sins.
Let me. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna help you with that real quick. Now, the scriptures say, "Be ye perfect as your Father is in heaven." And you know what that means? That means it's lawful. If you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you're perfect. Yahweh Shai, which the world foolishly called Jesus Christ, he was perfect.
I'm not defending the fact that we all sin.
No,
fall short of the glory of God. We can try our best to, but
that's what counts.
That's on the individual person.
That's what counts. So
yeah.
So and here's the definition of trying your best. If you know that Sunday is not the Sabbath day of our day of rest, if you know Saturday ain't our day of rest, if you look in the Bible, you find out actually how our day of rest goes, where we're supposed to judge it, because we don't judge the time right. We don't judge everything that's in this world is set in opposition to the way the Most High put it. Okay, let me ask you something. What day? When is the end of it? When did this day officially end?
What you mean?
Like, when is this day over with?
It's over at nightfall or at 12.
When is this
This
day?
day is over with in the evening.
So, if you know this day was over in the evening and at nightfall, then what day do you think of the Sabbath day is?
I honestly thought Saturday.
That's what a lot of camps was teaching, but they learned it
They
right now.
teaching Sunday, actually.
No, I'm talking about a lot of camps is teaching Saturday.
Oh, well,
Churches
is on camp. I do my own research on mine.
Camps is like what I'm doing right now, out on the street. You know, you see the brothers out there preaching. That's camp. Now, Saturday, people think is the seventh day because if they go by this Gregorian calendar, that would be the seventh day. But we never had no calendar. The Most High told us in Genesis how to tell time. Remember, he said the evening and the morning was the first day, and every time he was making something, he would make something, and he would say, and the evening and the morning was the second day, and the evening and the morning was the third day. That means that when it gets nightfall, when the light is gone, that day is over with. It's the end of that day and the beginning of the next. But the way everything is set up in this kingdom, they got to set up what 12 o'clock is the end of a day. And so he's thrown off time.
Right, because evening is conflicting with it ending up on being either a Saturday or Sunday. I get what you're saying, though.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is, you know, the truth of the scriptures is not this world. I mean, everything about this world is against the Most High. You know, like you're not even supposed to like this life that we live in. You're supposed to hate this shit because we are living beneath our means. We royalty, and people can see it every day. That's why they fear us. You know, they scared of us. That's why we live.
I mean, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's why we living the way we living right now.
Yeah, but we still got to live on this earth, and we can't be intimidated by the next, group of people or their heredity or whatever. We still got to be us. But we got to follow God.
Yeah, but you got to know what the law, statutes, commandments is.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to cut you short, but I'm trying to get to the library because they're about to close.
Okay.
But
okay,
thanks for stopping and talking to me.
Come back and see me.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
And the Most High say, and I'm gonna continue on where I was. And the Most High says, and the angel thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress even unto the horses' bridles by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So what happened was, that is the what you just heard was the destruction of most of the 2/3, and the destruction that's going to happen, and these other nations. He came to reap. He didn't come down here to make love. He didn't come down here to say, "Oh my son, oh my." That's Christianity. That's myth. That's not truth. That shit'll get you killed. You can't listen to that. You know. This is the hour of temptation I'm preaching about. So let me go to this is but before I do that, I just want to tell you, right? Like I was just telling her, this world is set in opposition against the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So this kingdom, they're going to force you to break every law that the Most High told you not to break. You know? So it's like, you do it and you don't do it. You do this, you fuck up here, you go to jail here. You don't do it, you fuck up, and you don't never get to the kingdom. You know, it's back and forth. So this kingdom, they're going to force you to break almost every law the Most High gave us to follow. You know, we already breaking our dietary laws voluntarily. But even without, even those of us that think we're keeping the dietary laws, we're not. Because this food is tainted. Our bread is defiled. And it told us in Ezekiel that our bread will be defiled. You know, you think you eating beef. You think you eating this and that. Esau mixes pork and abominable foods with everything. Ain't no pure meats. How you think this world, this United States can afford to feed all these people with the few farms that he got? And you see all this fresh new meat coming in every day. Man, we're eating human meat. We're eating dog. We're eating all kind of shit mixed with this beef. And we don't know it. And the scripture said that our bread will be defiled. I'm going to go get it, man. This is Ezekiel 4:9. And it says, take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fishes and put them into one vessel. So he named all these things. He say, and make thee bread thereof. And that's just a metaphor of just food. He said, make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days. That's our captivity, right? Well, it's going to add some more days. I think it's going to add like 40 more days to it. You know, but the scripture said each day should stand for 10 years. So if you add if you count 390 days plus 40 days, and each day is 10 years, that's 400 and some years, right? That's the captivity we're in right now. And so it says, he said, 390 days shalt thou eat thereof, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight. Okay, in the biblical days, we didn't eat meat by weight. What we did was we slew an animal, and we carved it up, and we took the parts that was lawful for us to eat, and we ate it. You know, and we made sure everybody ate. But in this kingdom, how do we buy meat? When you go to buy meat from the meat market or from Walmart or these other places, how do they sell you the meat?
The packages.
Yeah, they sell it to you in packages, but how do they sell it? Do they sell it? Is it just be a price on it, or is it sold by weight?
Weight.
It's sold by weight, right? The scripture said, and the meat that thou shalt eat shall be by weight. Because it was already prophesied that things would be this way. 20 shekels a day, from time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt also drink water by measure. How do we drink water? We didn't drink water by measure in the biblical days. In the biblical days, we went to the motherfucking well and we put a bucket down in the well and got the good water, brought it up, and we drank till the shit was sliding down your neck and, you know, and shit like that till you had your fill, right? Okay. Now, how do we drink water now? By measure, right? They sell it to us When we use water in the house, that ain't free. You pay a water bill. They sell it to you by measure. Even when you go in Walmart, Walgreens, any store, you buy water, it's measured, right? This all was prophesied by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He said, thou shalt also drink water by measure, the sixth part of a hin. From time to time shalt thou drink it. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. And you know what? This meat is shit that we're eating. When it said the dung of a man, that means that they're putting any and everything into this meat. And we're going to sit here and eat it amongst these fucking devils, as the scriptures just said we would. You know? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But this is all part of prophecy, man. All these things must come to pass. I'm showing you these things, and they're coming to pass. I'm showing you exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said will happen. And these things are happening. You know? Like he said, anybody who have ears should be listening to what I'm telling you so you can take heed, you know, and be warned against the things that's going down. Know that everything that we're eating is polluted. Everything that we're drinking is polluted. There's no way in the world that Esau can produce enough animals that fast to feed the people that they're feeding. All these, you go in there, man, just one Walmart store sell enough motherfucking meat to put a farm out of business. Yeah, to put a farm out of business. You know? But like I said, this devil's going to do everything he can in his power to try to get you to break the laws of the Most High. Because doing their law is breaking the laws of the Most High, because the laws are set in opposition. So, if you refuse to take that chip, you ain't going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to work, you know? And if you can't work, you can't eat. How you going to work? How you going to buy something if you ain't got no money? You know, you don't take that chip, ain't gonna be no cash register. How you gonna pay for your stuff? Ain't gonna be no more debit cards. It's that chip. What you gonna do when your babies is starving to death? And the Most High told you, don't take that chip. Don't take it, or you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be denied the kingdom. But you sitting there, your baby sitting there crying and dying at the same time. And all you gotta do is take that chip and you can save him. What would you do? The scripture said, I would rather obey the Most High than men, right? So guess what? Anything that you lose in this life, the Most High will give back to you. I wouldn't take that chip. My child will have to die. And anybody that does take it, you know, I mean, that's on them, man. They're gonna have to deal with what Yahweh Shem Yahushua got for them. You know, we broke the law so much that we should be able to make a sacrifice. There's many sacrifices that was almost made in the Bible. Human sacrifice that was damn near made in the Bible. In the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's love. But if you do take that chip, just know you're going to be destroyed. And matter of fact, this is what's going to happen. This is Revelations 19 and 20. And the beast was taken. And the beast, that's that white man. And with him, the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So it's going to be some of our own people that's going to be trying to convince everybody that that chip is okay. To take that chip. How you doing, sister? Did you know what your nationality is?
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm black.
That is a color. That is
American. That's what I
No, how you American? And we don't come from here though.
Well,
You an Israelite, sister? It matters. And then it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. So it's gonna be one of our own people, cooning. That's what we call it, cooning. Cooning. Gonna trick. He's gonna tell y'all, take that chip. Don't let your babies die. You ain't gonna be able to make no money. You ain't gonna be able to get no food stamps. You ain't gonna be able to get no Social Security. You ain't gonna be able to get nothing. You're gonna be kicked out of society if you don't take that chip. You better take that chip and feed your family. He's gonna say all type of shit to get you to take that chip, and you're gonna take it. And when you do, you're gonna be through your whole salvation away, because you are one of the children of the Most High, whether you know it or not. You're gonna be through your whole salvation away. And it says, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire. So when the missiles hit, man, you're not gonna. Okay, brother, shalom. You know, and it said you're gonna get hit with the missiles. You're not gonna be tried as gold is tried and refined as silver is refined. You already know when that happens. Don't nothing happen to the gold or the silver. It just melt off all the impurities and the bullshit. You know, you're gonna be destroyed. So you know, like I said, it's gonna be a false prophet who's gonna help deceive these 2/3 of our people. But those who took the mark, they're gonna be destroyed right along with the beast. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let me yeah, and I'm still tripping out why I got kicked out that mall, man. It's tripped out, man. Them people heard the word, they hurry up and kick me up out of there. So this is my second video today. And so it says, this is Luke 21. And it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Now, let's see what's to expect from the hour of temptation. You know, this is what the devil gonna tempt us to do, for starters. They're gonna force that chip on us. And now that we know who we are and what we know, you know what I'm saying? We know what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna go to Revelation. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And this is that chip. And it says, and he causes all, both and small, great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, we all know and I went over this for 2 weeks straight. We all know what buy and sell mean. If you wasn't here last week, and you weren't watching this video last week, I'm gonna tell you again what buy and sell mean. He said that no man shall buy or sell unless they got that chip. And if you don't have that chip, you cannot buy anything. You can't purchase anything. You can't make no transactions, because you will need that chip to do it, because it's going to replace money, and it's going to replace debit cards, credit cards, Social Security cards, IDs, all of that. It's going to replace all that stuff. So in order to get anything from anybody, you're going to have that chip. Okay? Now, that's buying. It said buy or sell. If you sell anything, you're making money. If I sold you something right now, that means I just made some money, right? Okay, well, what it means is just a metaphor that means you won't be able to make money. So, and obviously, if you can't make money, you can't buy shit unless they're giving it to you free. And that's not buying. That's getting charity, you know? So you can't buy or sell. Now let me Hold on, let me go into the Apocrypha real quick. I usually don't come out here with the books because I don't have no reader. I usually do my phone thing, right? But Esau be tapping into that, make the signal go bad so you can't pull up nothing, you know. And this is just about the tribulation of the end days. That's all. And this is Second Esdras. This is chapter 5, and it said, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they will dwell upon the earth. That Salaki, the days will come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. That means most of you, 2/3, all you people that's so-called 2/3, y'all not gonna have no faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You only gonna have faith in Esau and that chip, and you trying to survive and make it in this world. And then it says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest. So what you see right now, the sins and the wickedness that you see right now, is going to be ever so increased. And it said, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. So the level of iniquity and wickedness that you're going to see is going to be like it's never been before, ever. You know, ever. And then, so, damn, fly, it's worse than Esau. And the land that thou seest now shall have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. So this place going to come to sudden destruction. 1 minute we're going to be, Jay going to be sitting there like this, talking about power or empire or the new Jordans or the new iPhone, and boom, their ass gonna be gone. That missile gonna hit, that blanket, that lake of fire will just shoot out and just torch a motherfucker. And it's gonna happen just like that. And so it says, but if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet, that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. So the moon gonna come out 3 times in the daytime, and the sun gonna shine at night. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But before I got one more thing I want to put out here, right? You know, and you just need to know this. And this is for comfort, and this is for hope of the elect, man. This is to get you through some of the stuff that we preach, man, and it's truth, man, because the truth is harsh, but it's true. And the truth always is harsh. It's never fair, it's never kind, and it's never convenient, you know? So I just need to put this out here, you know, though he loved us as a mother or father would love their children, you know? You know? A child that is disobedient. If you're disobedient, you know, like if it was my child, like if my children, I love them. But if they bad and they disobedient, I'm gonna beat their ass. I'm gonna punish them. Why? Because that's the only way they're gonna learn. You learn from pain. You learn from punishment. You know, you learn that there's consequences to things that you do. And if you get punished for doing some wrong shit, you're not gonna want to get punished again. You're gonna want to do the right thing. You're gonna be like, no, last time I did that, I got punished. Well, that's how the Most High. That's how the Most High was with us. He punished us for our disobedience. You know, but we became so disobedient. We became so disobedient that what he did was he decided to punish us so hard and so bad that we would never think about doing it again. Ever. You know? So, just like a child, you know, you punish a child. And we as children, we as seed. We the children of Israel. He punished us, but he didn't hate us. He loved us. And that's why he punished us. The scriptures say that. The scriptures say, if you love your son, you will chasten him betimes. So you won't spare the rod. He said, he that spared the rod hated his son. So if your child does something wrong, he should be punished for it. He should know that there are consequences for his actions, for breaking the law. So because he did all this to us, he don't hate us. You know? Yeah, he go this way, shorty. Yeah, just because he did that, he don't hate us. He love us. And I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna read you something. And this is the book. This is the prophet Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 8. And he says, and this is thus said Yahweh, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one said, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants, that I may not destroy them all. And that's how he said about us. That's what he said about his people. He's going to destroy the wicked out of his people, the 2/3 that don't deserve to be here, that did not want to listen to the law, statutes, commandments, who utterly refused to obey him. He's going to destroy them. He said, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell here. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. And the Sharon is nothing but a plain, a field, you know. So I'm just throwing it out there so you can know what that means. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish that drink offering unto that number. Therefore, the Most High is talking about you Edomites now. He said, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus said Yahweh thy power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For Yahweh thy power shall slay thee, and call his servants by thy name, Slaki, and call thy servants by another name. That he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the God of truth. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the God of truth. Because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. And then it says, for behold, I create new heavens and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come to mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that have not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit, and shall not plant and another eat it. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. And I'm almost through, man. And then it says, and this is verse 23. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of Yahweh, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullet, and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, said Yahweh. And when he says his holy mountain, he's not talking about no goddamn mountain. He's talking about his people. Like you got the Mount of Esau, you got the Mount of Israel, you know, this and that. That's his talk. You know? So that scripture I gave you, that was for hope, because these things are coming. Just, you know, just come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. You got a little while, man. You know, I do mean a little while, man. Because these prophecies are unfolding so fast. If y'all paying attention, look at the race riots that's going on. Hell, they just sent Boston up. You got all these states going up. And then you got Chicago begging for them to come down there. The guys in Chicago say, please, y'all please, KKK members, please come have a rally down here. Because Chicago, they already know Chicago gonna fuck their ass clean up, and then Esau gonna have to come and fuck them up. But that's how it works. So, you know, man, just pay attention to the news, man. Keep your ear glued to the news, man. Everything that happens is important. All these different things, because we're at the race riot thing now. It's gonna get real big. It's gonna be so big right now that I'm talking about everywhere you go, you're gonna see, it's gonna be like, there go some white motherfuckers, get them. Or they're gonna be like, there go some niggers, get them. And it's gonna go down. So, you know, you gotta stay ever mindful. Stop tuning into the bullshit and subscribing to all this bullshit that's happening on TV, because it's keeping you distracted. Because as long as they got you distracted, they can catch you with your drawers down and fuck you up. You gotta keep your eyes open, man. These are the times where we're gonna make our strike, man. You gotta pay attention and stay ever mindful, man. It's all about us, man. We the children of Israel, man. Wake up, open your eyes. With that, I want to say, I'll praise to y'all by Shem Yahushua. I want to give honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and I want to give salutations and honor to the Akim that's out here pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners. I want to say Shalom.